our featurette today is called Let There Be Peace, or Let There Be Peace on Earth. And it is about the country of Costa Rica and how they decided to have no more army. And they decided this in 1948. So I've been to Costa Rica. I went in about 2009. And as always, the teacher and me went out, and we must first have our map. And this is North America, this is South America, and this is Central America. However, Central America is really part of the continent of North America. It's a region in the continent of North America. And South America begins right where Panama joins Colombia. And this is a close-up of Central America, of the 7 countries there. And Costa Rica is right here. One of the things they shared when I was there was because of the fact that they've got this kind of protection. They're in this kind of curve in the land. They don't have a lot of problems with hurricanes. It's not a big risk there. Now, if we were going to have a travelogue this morning, I would be sharing many things about Costa Rica, including the huge giant bugs they showed us when we visited the banana plantation. I would be sharing about the 4 kinds of monkeys they have, of which we got to see all of them: squirrel, the howler, the capuchin. There's one more, spider monkeys. And I would share how wonderful it was to sleep in the rainforest in a hut that only had screens for walls. And how exciting it was to take a zip line 1,500 feet above the canopy of the rainforest. But this is not a travel log, and so we're going to talk about the impact of not having an army for all these years. When I went on this tour, a girlfriend of mine and her husband were there, and her husband kept on commenting on the wires. This on the right is a picture of a highway in Costa Rica. It looks like dirt to me, but they call it a highway. And you can see good repair of all the lines and the utilities. I didn't understand why Tom was so impressed until a year later I went to China. And this picture on the left is a picture of old Beijing and how they ended up having all of their wires connected at the pole. And I could understand then why Tom was impressed and what it means to be in a country that has good public utilities. This takes us to talking about the quality of life in Puerto Rico. They have public utilities. Virtually all the people have cell phones. They may live in a wooden, it looks like a shack to us, but they don't need much more because of the climate there. And these posters are part of the celebration of their, it'll be 75 years next year without an army. Keep calm and love Costa Rica. No army since 1948. And this one, this Pura Vida means the pure life or the simple life. And it is one of the slogans used that associated with their having no army. Another thing that is related to having no army is that you don't have to support your military. The taxes that they pay, they don't have a huge proportion going to support a military as we do in the United States. They do have a police force, though. They have mandatory public education in the younger ages. The universities are very, very affordable. Healthcare is very, very affordable. They have a very high literacy rate and a very low infant mortality rate. And all the things that are important to having a simple life or a pure light, they excel in Costa Rica. There is a Unity Church in San Jose in the capital, and that church was involved in a program called the Be Peace program for many years. And a lot of people from Unity visited Costa Rica and were involved in training and other activities related to Be Peace. Well, that program has changed now, and it's called the Connection Practice. And this is their website. Sheila Ford, who was our guest speaker last week, is involved with this. And I asked her what website would be good to share with you. And then I got on it, looked at it, and one of the things I found out is that there are 2 trips to Costa Rica being planned, group trips with the Connection Practice people later this year, one in the summer and one in the fall. So you might want to check that website if you're interested in it. What I like about this is it gives me hope for the future. It gives me hope that there can be a different way of living. It can be a simpler way of living. It can be a purer way of living with different priorities. I really enjoyed going to Costa Rica, and who knows, I might go back. So I wanted to thank you, as always, for listening to the Featurette.